Hello! Hi!
Ready.
Okay, I have my water bottle. I have my peppermint tea. And I'm ready. And I was just super thirsty the whole day today. Hello! Welcome back. Let's have a little catch up. So, what happened following 1 week of less noise? And did presents and last week's small habits become easier, or did more resistance come up? I will tell you. Yeah, let's just jump into it. It did not it did not get easier. And we're honest with each other here, right? I can be honest. It most certainly did not get easier. It's kind of like when you just pick up a new hobby and you're so excited and it's everything you want it to be and it's giving you all these positive things and you're like, yes, I'm gonna change my life. Honestly, it's kind of like how we're all gonna be 1st of January. Where we're all like, yes, I'm gonna make New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna be a different me. I'm gonna do blah. All of those feelings happened to me in that week that I recorded about last episode. And honestly, it was great. However, the week after, not so great. Yeah. So the first thing that happened, that was honestly what I wanted to happen, because this is a positive thing. By having less noise in the week, I felt like I had more time. And this was great. I was like, oh my god, this is what I've been trying to do. I feel like I have more time and I have so much to do, so I get to do those things. But that's where I went wrong. I thought that feeling like I was having more time would mean I would relax more and make the most out of that time by having free time to do other things. And no. It ended up being like I have more time, which means I have to fill more time. I guess it just felt really unnatural to have more time and more mental space. So without even realizing it, my body was just trying to replicate what it knows and what is most familiar, which is filling out the time. So it wasn't even intentional always. It was more a consequence of having more time. There were things already in like day 4 of the week that I had been doing the whole week without even realizing I was doing. Like I was back to watching some series again whilst cooking, or I decided to take the computer with me to watch Stranger Things. Because I was like, oh my god, now I have time to watch a series because I have a little extra time. Why not watch a series? So I wasn't really aware of it then, and then day 4 came and I was like, shit, I am doing the things I was trying not to do more of. So I guess the other habits are way deeper ingrained than I thought. But it's okay, because this is about growing and journey with it. So I have more weeks to continue trying. So do you. If you also found it difficult the second week, and if you're also trying to have more of a digital detox, and then you have a week of a little dip, it's okay. We try again and hope for a better result by changing some actions again. Yeah, the second thing I also noticed, wait. It's so warm, but I want to drink it. I haven't had peppermint tea in so long. I didn't think I'd like it. Okay, second thing I realized, and you probably could guess, that by filling out every single second of the day, I ended up feeling more stressed. Because I was basically just manifesting that I have less time than I actually do by acting as if I can't allow myself to rest. I don't think I'd seen it like that before, but I realize now that obviously, for example, if you have to be out of the door in 15 minutes and you have a couple things you need to do before going, and you probably have time to finish it all anyway. If you do all those things calmly, you don't think you have less time. You think 15 minutes is more than enough time. I have planned my day well. I have control over everything, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. But if you were to do all the same things, like running around and being like super like flustered and just running and trying to get it all in time, obviously you will feel after those 50 minutes that it was just a stressful 15 minutes. You haven't organized your time well, you don't have control over things, and you probably will feel more overwhelmed. And obviously sometimes you do plan things wrong, but I guess I just realized that I was just acting the way, how do I explain that? I don't know how to explain it, but basically I just realized how much I was creating my own reality. So if I'm not thinking I have time, and I'm not even creating time for myself, because every time I have time I'm filling it with some sort of noise, then obviously I will just constantly feel like I don't have time, which means I will feel stressed, which means as well, a big thing, the more stress, the more tired you will be. Your body does go through a lot, and you will feel sleepy, tired, digestion will be different, all of that. So if you feel more tired, you probably won't get as much work done, which again will get you stressed, which again will make you try and cram in more things in your free time, which again will make you stressed. So yeah, it wasn't a great circle, and it never is. So I want to try and get out of that circle. That's my goal anyway. We also really are in a hustle culture, and we're all really affected by it. So I also just think that every time I was having some sort of free time, or anytime I had a spike of energy, basically, I felt like I had to use it for something good, something productive. And it couldn't be just being with myself and resting. I just had to do more. And yeah, that just comes from this hustle mentality and me being impatient and just wanting to do everything as fast as I can and get somewhere as fast as I can. And it's just not sustainable or necessary or good. But now I'm more aware of how engraved this hustle mentality is, and this mentality of having to be productive. So I guess that will be a bit of a focus for this coming week. I also don't know about you, but I find it very boring to go to bed. I don't like going to bed. I love sleeping. Hate going to bed. Like, what? I want to just hang out with myself now. I wanna, yeah, maybe that comes from me not giving myself more time throughout the day. Hey, maybe I should look into that too this following week, because that makes a lot of sense. Because I was gonna say, what do you mean? Like, I have done everything I need to do. Now I want to hang out with myself. I don't want to go to bed and finish a day. There's so much more I want to do with my day. But now I realize as well that maybe that is also because I don't give myself enough time to just hang out with myself in the day. Maybe that will help. Let me know if I'm into something. Let me know if I cracked it. If you think that is what it is. It's probably that, right? Oh, also something that I think affected my week a lot, or like something that had a direct effect on my screen time this week, was that last week when I filmed last week's episode, I was reading a book. And so every time that I had some free time, like let's say 5 minutes or 10 minutes in between like whatever task, like I would just pick up my book and read. And that would be so nice, because then I didn't have any more input. I wasn't scrolling. I wasn't, it was just a way quieter way of filling that free time. Like obviously I was filling it. I wasn't just sitting with myself, but it was very different obviously from filling it with, damn, is this really dark? I have not noticed. I don't know if that's better. I don't think it is. Oh well. What was it saying? Oh yeah, obviously like that is filling the time, but a way quieter way than scrolling. By the way, this was the book I was reading. It's called I Who Have Never Known Men. And my sister and I, we're doing this buddy read. So she reads one book, I read one book, and we both just annotate on the sides and like highlight whatever thing and give it a little review at the end, and then we change books. So that was fun. I really like that. And that really did help with just spending less time on my phone and not feeling stressed, because it made a massive, massive difference. So I think I need to find another book to read this week. I don't have much more to say to this episode, but since this series is kind of like a little catch up, a little pause for us to kind of set intentions for the next week, let's just set intentions for the next week. So, 1, I want to try and catch myself when I'm doing something to fill up silence just out of habit. Obviously, because it's a habit, I might not always be able to really catch it, but if I do, I would love to try and create a habit of asking myself, why are you doing it? Is there something you're trying to avoid, or what are you feeling right now? And take a mental note of it, maybe even write it down on my phone, and see if there's some common factors and dissect that. And we'll see how that goes. I'll give you guys an update next week. And then 2, I need to include more me time. I guess we all learned in this episode that maybe the fact that I don't like going to bed has to do with me not having enough me time, intentional me time. So more than the morning pages and all that, with the artist way, I will try and include more me time this week, because I've not even been able to train. And I used to compete in Taekwondo for most of my life to a very high level, and sports and martial arts has always been a big part of my life. So not having that really has affected my mood and just mental clarity. But hey, sometimes you just don't have time. You don't even have time for 50-minute stretch session. So I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. I know that this week was crazy, but I want to try and include more of it next week. And 3, the theme of the week will be focus on self-regulation. Because if I do end up going on a little dip where I'm super stressed, feel more tired, have less time, but have more deadlines I need to do and finish, I need to take time to meditate or just take a break. No matter how little time I have, that is honestly the most productive thing to do. So you don't just burn out all your energy and then get even more stress because you have to go to bed and you don't get to do your work or something like that. So I will take more pauses in the week. And I hope you take some pauses too, because it's important. And I know I've not been good at it this week, but I'm cheering for you, and I hope you get to take pauses this week too, because the level of calmness you feel after some meditation or something, you deserve that. We all deserve that. That is needed in our everyday life. So I need to remember that, and I hope you take that with you too. I hope you've had a lovely week and that you set some intentions for this week that get you a bit excited. Yeah, let's see how we do this week. And I'm a bit nervous, not gonna lie. But I'll see you again next Sunday and we can catch up and see how it went. See you soon, very soon.